GalTime.com recently published an article that points out this new generation of 20-something women living in a lifestyle limbo, just taking their sweet old time on the journey to adulthood. And Gen Y expert and author Lindsey Pollak joins us via Skype with a dish on independent women of today. Good morning, Lindsey.
Good morning.
So you're calling these women Millennial Women. Explain that to me.
Sure. Millennial women and Generation Y are interchangeable terms, and it refers to women in their 20s. And I recently collaborated with Levi's on a study to celebrate a launch of a new website called shapewhatstocome.com. And we wanted to know, who are these women? What do they want? What are they looking for in their lives?
Now tell us more about this website. Is it interactive? What can we find on it?
Sure. It's a community for women in their 20s called shapewhatstocome.com. And the idea is that women of this generation want to learn what their peers are doing. They want to collaborate on ideas, give each other inspiration, and really build a network of peers around the world. Of course, those of us who are not in our 20s are welcome to join, but it's designed for those millennials.
So these women are saying that being independent is their most important life goal. What do you think about that?
Yeah, our research found that across the world in 5 countries, the U.S., the UK, Brazil, Japan, and France, 96% of women said that their most important life goal was being independent and making their own decisions. And I think really we've gotten to the point where women have so many opportunities, they don't want to live according to some prescribed plan. They want to explore what's out there and do things in their own time frames.
But because of their independence, some are getting a bad rap. Why do you think there's been so much negative buzz on this millennial bashing, is what it's called?
Yeah, in the media we hear a lot about the entitled generation and the coddled generation. You know, I think in some ways this is the generation that's grown from a time of abundance around the world, amazing technology and access to opportunity. I think some of us maybe are a little bit jealous that they have these opportunities that some of us didn't have as we were growing up. But I think we really don't know this generation, and we really need to find out from them, what are you doing with all of this opportunity? And that was really our goal, is to say, tell us who you are, don't let us give you labels.
Well, some things that they aren't doing is thinking of being a mother, getting married, or being wealthy. What are your thoughts about those?
Yeah, when we asked how they define success, those were some of the lowest on the list. And I think if you go behind the numbers, what you find is that women found these things important, but they weren't necessarily important in their 20s. Certainly a lot of women get married, have children, want to become wealthy, and that's absolutely great. But we found that they want to do those things in their own time frame. Previous generations felt that they had to follow a path from education to marriage to having children, owning a home. And this generation is saying, I might want to do that in a different order, or maybe in my 30s or my 40s. And that's what I think makes this generation so different.
Yeah, when they're ready. So what are some tips that you give to these millennial women?
So a couple of tips. Number one is do exploration. Use your 20s as a time to explore, to learn about what's available and out there. Don't be afraid to take chances and try new things. A second tip would be look to your peers. ShapeWhat'sToCome.com was designed to say, find out what other people are doing. You're not the only one who has your interests, and there are a lot of people who've gone before you who can give you advice. And I think the third tip is don't be afraid to fail. You know, you have a lot of opportunities, but if you don't take chances, you might never find the path that's right for you. So don't be afraid to try new things, even if they don't work out.
Well, great things, Lindsey. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you guys want some more tips and or advice, just go to GalTime.com.